I've always been fascinated with the relationship between church and art. Romans says that God's Spirit intercedes for us with groans too deep for words. And so if God has these expressions that are too deep for words, then I think men and women being made in the image of God also do, and the arts are an essential part of that expression.
I'm Christina Davison.
I'm Jonas.
And together with our 3 kids, Maggie, Keith, and Judah, we're headed to Tokyo, Japan as missionaries.
It's hard to believe, but the Japanese are considered the world's second largest unreached people group. There's about 125 million Japanese.
Far less than 1% are professing believers.
They're considered totally unreached by the gospel. So in terms of fulfilling the Great Commission, it's just a massive, massive need.
We're not really your traditional missionaries.
We are not really traditional missionaries.
We're both professional musicians. I'm a violinist and a singer. Jonas is a flutist and a sound engineer. And what we want to do is build up community through the arts, encourage Japanese believers in their faith, and also to enable Japanese believers to redeem and transform their culture through the gospel.
クリスチャンになるときに日本人であることとか日本の文化を捨ててそしてクリスチャンにならなければならないと考える人たちが多いと思います。ですがもしアーティストの方たち芸術を愛している人たちがそのようなクリスチャンたちが日本の文化を愛して日本の文化を通してその福音の素晴らしさクリスチャンとしての信仰を表すことができるとすれば日本人が自分の文化そのままで日本人として日本の文化を愛してクリスチャンになるっていうことを身をもって知ることができるんじゃないかと思うんですね。
Most worship music in Japanese churches is translated from Western sources.
Like Western hymns, contemporary Christian hits.
And there's a disconnect that happens when a Japanese person walks into church and hears these songs because
How does one become a Christian and still be Japanese? Can you be both of those things at the same time?
Japanese identity is so tied to Shintoism and Buddhism that
It may feel like they have to make a choice not just between being Christian and Buddhist, but between being Christian or being Japanese. So who can show a way forward that redeems and embraces rather than erases Japanese culture? And conversely, are there ways that Japanese culture can embrace and beautify the truth of the gospel that other cultures simply can't?
what we want to do is to leverage our skill set as artists and musicians, my skill set as a producer and a sound engineer to enable Japanese songwriters and musicians to write and produce their own worship music written in their language, not translated over. I think that artists have a particular capacity, particular calling to be leading, to be casting vision for the Japanese church.
and that's why we see our lives and resources being well spent in this work, enabling Japanese artists with the truth of the gospel to find and show that the gospel doesn't annihilate their culture, but instead completes it.